Okay, this game got a new update, and I thought that I'd play it again. I mean, not much has changed, except like, for like maybe like a few, like 1 or 2 bonus features, I guess, and like they added like an art gallery. Pretty cool. Probably check it out sometime. Yeah, since I'm like probably like playing through like the Great Ace Attorney, I guess I should like replay this again, just for the fun of it. We'll start from the first game and then make our way all the way up to the trilogy, the third game. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. This says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. A common thing that you'll probably notice is that a lot of the characters have, like, puns in their names. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. The 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has an knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. The conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Right, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Our defendant is Larry Butts. Obvious, he introduced himself to us. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot! Drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name isn't listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check at any time, okay? Yeah, but that's kind of weird when you say it out loud like that. But I mean, I don't need to check because I already know the victim's name. Remember to check it off and do it for me, please? I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Actually, kind of... honestly, picking the wrong options is honestly kind of funny if you pick, like, Mia. Ooh, they changed the layout of the save menu. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... let's click poison there. She was hit with a blunt object on the head. Since, you know, we watched the opening cutscene, so... she was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. You explained to the court just what that object was. The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Alright. New evidence. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in the court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Look at him, all smug. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris the day before she died. Alright. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth all the wrong directions. Should I... and see what happens? Stop him from answering. I mean, this option doesn't really matter. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Ugh, Lens. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. He said bottom. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy. This is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Well, stop him from answering, I guess. Send him a signal. Lie like a dog. Well, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, he'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. This guy looks like the Happy Mask salesman. I've always seen him like that. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I qualied in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found the public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Wait, what does he mean by, like, why didn't he tell the truth? You told him to lie. Like, just a couple minutes ago. Whatever. Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during the blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sartz used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout of your per usual. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I mean, the first case is like a pretty, like, simple one. So, oh wow, they added like a little like green circle, little circles to indicate where the testimony starts and where the testimony ends. Pretty cool. They also added autoplay so that the game just plays for you by itself. So if you ever get stuck for too long, then you can just press autoplay and the game will like play itself for you. So yeah, that's neat for like first timers. But this first case is like pretty simple. Like you can pretty much like figure it out with like basic logic. Unless, you know, you're not that much of a logical thinker, I guess. You want to like pay attention to like the evidence you have, and like read the description on each one, so that way you can like find what you need to contradict the witness. And that's basically your key to like advancing the story. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. However, time of death says 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Objection!
Wait, was that a new voice line?
Objection!
I think they used his I think they used his newer voice for that one. Okay, so that's new. Like his new VA in the recent more Ace Attorney games. You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m., for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes that the time of death, death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sott, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. I love this song, man. It's so good. Objection 2001, I think it is. Every Ace Attorney game has an objection theme. and it's basically just named after like the year of that the game was released. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all he had to do. Lies only beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! You care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about this misunderstanding. Another easy, simple contradiction. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. I guess the victim must have been watching a video taped program. I thought it was 1 p.m. Another simple one. If you were a simple one if you were paying attention, but it's the blackout record because there was a power outage, so there would be no TV. I'm gonna have to get used to that voice. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sod? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sod, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sod. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Wow, funny. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. The murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. A statue in the shape of the finger. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sod. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just have to tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Payne is such an ass prosecutor, bro. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with it, with this testimony? Yes, I do. Your Honor? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he'd never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment, of course. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sott, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Oh, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw it. Yeah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, it was it, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Get used to that, because that's gonna happen a lot with a lot of these witnesses. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sott heard was definitely this clock. A fact is clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this courtroom. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, the clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sott heard and the time of death. So, Mr. Sott, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What is he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you in. That means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sott. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sod. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow that day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. That's something you need to keep in mind about these games. You gotta think outside the box. Even the craziest theories are possible. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Thanks. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Of course I can. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The clock was 3 hours slow because the victim apparently arrived home from Paris on June 30th, the day before the murder. The victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock the day of returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than I expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and was taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete an offense so quickly and find the culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. That line is irrelevant at this point. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check to see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. Innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep a Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you sure? Squeeze me? I think she fought quite a lot of you in her own way. You don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Well, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh, yeah. Right. What the heck is she talking about? None other than... the Thinker. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here's done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? So, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry, be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.